I brought this wooden cube because I think it symbolizes very well the trade-offs I'm dealing with in my research. Because you could use this cube to light a bulb for about 20 hours, or you could just leave it in the forest where it would store 1 kilogram of CO2. So my research is really about how to tackle this trade-off, how to find solutions to use resources properly. I'm currently looking into trade-offs, conflicts related to deploying wind power or renewable energies more generally, because we observe that on the one hand side they are of course necessary to mitigate climate change, but they also produce their own environmental impacts on bats, birds. Many people dislike wind turbines because they don't like the landscapes with wind turbines. So we try to understand how these conflicts arise, how big they are, and how they can be overcome. I think what's special about my work, but also our work here at UFZ, is that we have the capacity and the ability and the knowledge to bring together different disciplinary perspectives. So in order to understand the impacts of wind power, for example, we need ecological knowledge to understand how wind turbines affect birds and bats, but we also need social science knowledge, economic knowledge, in order to figure out how wind turbines affect humans and how policy systems, incentives can be changed to mitigate these trade-offs. And bringing this knowledge together, I think that's a very unique skill and opportunity which we have here at UFZ. What I find very interesting in the moment as a future research avenue is, for example, to analyze the distributional aspects of energy transitions in space. So we know that the spatial impacts of wind power deployment or renewables deployment are very diverse. So some regions are clusters for wind power deployment, others don't have any wind turbines at all. And trying to figure out whether this is what people are okay with or whether they have other preferences, for example, that each region should contribute a minimum share to wind power deployment, we don't know yet. And so we are trying to figure out what people's preferences are in order to give policy advice how this can be changed and guided in the future. I think society benefits in two ways. First of all, I think we can make policymakers, but also societal stakeholders more generally, aware of the fact that we need renewables on the one hand side, but we also may run into new environmental issues if we transition to renewables. This does not challenge the energy transition, but we have to be aware of these conflicts in order to actually make the energy transition implementable, because we have to understand these conflicts in order to be able to address these problems in order to succeed in the end.